Represented by my Lord, the Honorable Justice Benedict B. We shall now take the national pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, honest, to we shall be taking the second stanza of the National Anthem, which is stated at the back of the program. O God of creation, direct our noble course, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Thank you all very much. Please, may we be seated.
My shot of it. That is okay now. This is all. It was just here. I didn't know where it's on focus.
Okay, you see the look. Don't touch it. Water.
I plead to stand on the protocol that has been raised by our MC. I do this because I can see that the SGF is feeling uncomfortable being the driver of the COVID-19 project in Nigeria. I'm sure the SGF, Mr. Boss Mustafa, who is one of us, and who is indeed my law school classmate, and is hereby ably supported too by A.B. Mahmoud, who is also my law school classmate, and also his lawyers, because his wife is one of us. I recognize all those who have not been duly recognized. Please bear with us. So I deem that all who are here, including our landlord and governor, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, so that it doesn't deject us, please allow me to deem all protocols duly observed. My Lord, the Honorable CJN, do I have your permission to proceed? I start by saying that I give thanks to God Almighty for gathering us here today as we mark the formal commencement of the Court of Appeal Justice's second working retreat and annual conference 2021. I welcome my Lord and all our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the press. I wish to acknowledge and extend our profound gratitude to my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the leader of the Nigerian judiciary, for gracing this occasion, despite my Lord's very tight schedule and full docket. And indeed, at this time, my Lord should actually be resting, which he hardly does. I know that tomorrow will be another full docket for my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice of Nigeria. That is why we decided to steal this evening and have his attention, because he might be too busy for us tomorrow. The lawyers who have been found worthy to be invited to serve as senior Nigeria will be sworn in tomorrow by my Lord the Honorable the Chief Justice. I also wish to extend profound gratitude to the Secretary to the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mr. Boss Mustafa, and our landlord, the Honorable the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Malam Muhammad Musa Bello, for attending this event in spite of your very busy schedule. I sincerely thank my brothers, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, the Honorable Justice John Temba Soho, the President of the National Industrial Court, Honorable Justice Benedict Kanyip, PhD, the Chief Judge of the Federal Capital Territory, the Honorable Justice Hussein Baba Yusuf, for your Lordship's usual support. You always come when we call, and we do not take that for granted. We appreciate your support and your brotherhood. The Court of Appeal Conference has traditionally been a convocation of brother justices where we meet to compare notes, share experiences, identify common challenges, and prefer common solutions to those challenges. More than just a sounding board of opinion, the conference has also been the birthplace of innovations that have helped advance the dispensation of justice. And administration of justice, not only in the court, but also in the judiciary at large. The American scientist and Nobel Prize winner, George Wald, once remarked that when you have no experience of pain, it is rather hard to experience joy. Certainly, the calendar year of 2021 has been a year of great successes and several challenges. These were highlighted in full during my legal year speech and need not be rehearsed here. However, I will touch on a few of them in summary. The administration of justice remains the primary focus of the court. As I stated during the legal year, the learned justices of the court, without exception, have worked incredibly to improve justice delivery to our great nation, Nigeria. As a result, we have had a 26.47% reduction in the total volume of cases pending in our divisions as compared with the last year. Similarly, despite a 51% increase in the number of motions filed, we witnessed a 48% increase in the number of motions disposed of by the panels over the course of the legal year. The court disposed of 5,609 appeals and 10,798 motions as at the end of November 2021. And this indeed is incredible. And we've started, I dare say, this conference with another bout of work. We started yesterday, sitting in 2 panels, morning and evening. And worthy of note is also the fact that a total of 528 judgments, representing 16.97% of the total number of judgments, were delivered via the Zoom online platform during the course of the 2020 to 2021 year. We are not yet looking at the legal year. 10 hearings were also held by panels of the court using this forum. In the last 2 months, a further 40 judgments have been delivered via the Zoom platform. We began the legal year 2021 to 2022 with much greater confidence, as we have had an infusion of 18 new justices of the Court of Appeal in the course of the year. I remarked at the time of their appointment that they were joining a family court, which is close-knit and fraternal. I can confidently state that my learned brothers, when sitting as a panel, are a well-oiled machine, and they have quickly integrated. It was therefore important for our new learned brother justices to be properly orientated so as not to disrupt the course of the dispensation of justice. Having cut their teeth in the crucible of special panels and their various stations, I'm glad to state that our new justices have proven their mettle and must be highly commended for their hard work. It is certainly notable that, my lord, the new justices have been sitting in special panels with their learned brother justices of the Abuja division since the beginning of this conference. In that time, their lordships have had to hear 198 motions and appeals, which is commendable indeed, given that they sat in only 6 panels, hearing an average of 33 matters per panel. In addition, my other learned brother justices have, as usual, risen to the challenge of administering justice with an uncommon patriotism and great sacrifice even to their health. I cannot thank your lordships enough for your support. This calendar year, the court experienced the sad demise of one of our most valued justices in the person of Honorable Justice Hussein Mukhtar, Dr. Hussein Mukhtar. Until his passing, the Honorable Justice Mukhtar was the presiding justice of the Court of Appeal. His lordship was a wonderful team player and an assiduous, industrious, and conscientious jurist. Having worked with him, I was always encouraged by the enthusiasm and his belief that no appeal was too difficult and no judgment too challenging to be rendered. His lordship embodied the spirit of this family court, and he will be sadly missed by us all. May I invite the court to rise, please? May I invite us to rise for a minute of silence in honor of our brother, Justice Mukhtar, and also Justice Okoronkwo, who are the most recent that we have lost. May the Lord God Almighty have mercy on their souls and keep their families well. Thank you. My lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the court will soon witness the retirements of 2 of our exceptional presiding justices. In the person of Justice Adizora Ghana Michelia, the presiding justice of the Just Division, and Honorable Justice A.D. Yahaya, the presiding justice of the Abuja Division. It is safe to say that this conference will be the final one for them as serving members of this court. Thank you. My Lords, Honorable Justice Michelia and Justice Yahaya are respected members of this court whose services to the court have been indelibly written on the tablets of posterity for future generations. We thank my Lords for their wonderful services to the nation and its judiciary, and we wish you the very best of a well-deserved retirement when it comes. Rest assured that we will miss both of you dearly, and hopefully we shall. My Lords, please, the Honorable Chief Justice of Nigeria and very distinguished guests are here with us. Can you respect them, please? Thank you. I must say that this gathering is a surprise to many of my learned brothers, and it was so intended because it was meant to say farewell to Justice Michelia and Justice Yahaya, who incidentally is the chairman of the Welfare Committee, but had no idea what coup we are planning. We merely said that justices should not wear black suits because it's our tradition to come out in black suits anytime we have a gathering. And therefore, these wonderful people, I feel sad to say that my Lord Justice Michelia is unable to join us because she worked so hard right to the end and virtually broke down in court and has been in hospital. But we thank God that she was released from the hospital yesterday in Jos. And in the spirit of the family that we are, most, if not all, the justices of this court prayed out their heart for my Lord because she's a wonderful person. She was a great and reliable colleague. She is a great and reliable colleague. She's stepping out on the 18th of December, and therefore she's still very much one of us. And as for Justice Yahaya, he is due to step out in January, but he has elected an early retirement. Justice Yahaya is a prince of Zazzau, and there is never a dull moment with him. If Justice Yahaya comes in contact with anybody, he must make sure he finds something that will make you laugh about. And I won't tell my colleagues, I said, don't mind him. That's how these royal highnesses entertain themselves. They find funny things because sometimes they can be very lonely. At least I'm in a position to know since I'm associated with one of them. So, Justice Yahaya is very, very entertaining. And I wish I could ask the Honorable Chief Justice of Nigeria to extend the tenure of these two wonderful justices because we are going to miss them dearly. In order to honor these two justices, and especially in recognition of their work, we incorporated the unveiling of our rules in this event. Justice Michelia was the chairman of the Rules Committee, And Justice Michelia would work from Monday to Friday and then travel to Abuja to sit on Saturday and Sunday to ensure that they did not in any way disrupt the normal sitting of the court. These are the type of people we have in the Court of Appeal, and there are many of them. Of us are that committed, and the members of the started this work when we did not have the additional 18. So you can imagine most of the courts had is working, which meant that if any one of them was absent, the other two would not be able to work. So all the members of the committee did exactly what Justice Michelia did, and I cannot thank you enough. Both the justices and the learned senior counsel and other members of the committee who worked as what it means. I advise the learned counsel to read these rules, because you will be in for serious surprises if you don't read our rules and you come to court, because we are going to apply our rules. Let me say something of what my Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice of Nigeria, stated in his address during the 2021 All Nigerian Judges Conference this year. My Lord said, we must all be aware of the fact that the speedy and thorough determination of the questions placed before us help ensure the stability of this great nation, its democratic values and practices, and ultimately its future. Consequently, we must rise to the challenge and restore public confidence in our ability to dispense justice without fear or favor, in line with our knowledge and understanding of the law and the highest dictates of our consciences. And that is how we perform our duties in the Court of Appeal. And I can assure you, my Lord has said it, all the justices in the Supreme Court today pass through the Court of Appeal. So they are stamped with the mark of the hard work that we are used to in this court. The rules are in line with clarion call as they seek to facilitate the speedy and thorough determination of all appeals before the Court of Appeal. You will find some useful innovations there. We are also trying to reach out, because the Judiciary General is an unknown organ. So we're also going to reinvent the penultimate magazine, which is the information and knowledge magazine of the Court of Appeal, where we tell you about us and we try to learn about others. And you will do well to keep in touch with us through this magazine, and contributions are welcome from other persons, as long as they are relevant to our subject. And I doubt it if there is anything that is not relevant to adjudication and justice. we have seen, we've observed that several matters that come before us cut across all levels, and people raise questions sometimes as to the objectivity of this court in allowing special sectors of the economy to come and enlighten us. We are learned, both lawyers and judges, not because we know everything, nobody does, only God does, but because we know where to find materials to address problems that are placed before us. And considering the heavy duty conferred on us, it is good that persons of specialized areas, like in the area of taxation, petroleum law, even land law, these are areas that keep developing each day. ADR, which we have adopted, are all areas of law that most of us might not have studied in the university, but we have to deal with such issues. That is why continuing education is a subject that the judiciary does not toy with. And my Lord, the Honorable, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, who is the chairman of the board of the National Judicial Institute, supported by my Lord, the Honorable Justice Mary Peter Odili, who is the deputy chairman, will attest to the fact that education is a continuing process, and they have seen the need for us to continue to learn. A man stops learning only when he drops dead. And for as long as we are progressing, we continue to learn. I'd like to thank you all very much for your attention.
We wind it up, we call it a day, and we start our end of their vacation. Well, the position has changed, and I welcome the changes brought about by the administration. I believe it may be in the interest of all other courts in the country to find a befitting time to also rest. The work is killing. Whether you work in the High Court, whether you work in the Court of Appeal, whether you work in the Supreme Court, the work is serious. Believe you me, many may not believe it, but if you are not a justice there, or did not go through there, by the time you are sleeping and snoring on your bed, believe me, a justice of the Court of Appeal has not that opportunity. He is there seated on a chair, putting all his papers before him and sometimes dozing, but still he has to see that he completes the assignment that is before him. We don't allow any case. I challenge anybody to tell me that there is an appeal that has lapsed in the Court of Appeal, which was not delivered within its time. unless there is really a very, very serious reason. But I cannot say one. So it is always every day a busy day. Very, very busy. So I think it is not out of tune if the administration of that court or the justices of that court puts head together to say that, please, let us just have some 1 week so that we go and rest for 1 or 2 weeks. I think it is normal. I think it is correct. And I encourage you, luckily enough, the president of the Court of Appeal is here. I encourage you to please see that you allow your justices to go on some rest. It is not always walk. There must be some rest. And facilitate the resting. So, I believe it is an opportunity for all of us, and particularly the Court of Appeal, from all the divisions, to come and put heads together to find out what their progresses are, and if there is any retardation, let them try to trace it out and try to find a solution to whatever retards their progress. But I am certainly sure, and I beat my chest to say, if there's anybody that will contradict me, let him contradict me. But meet me in my office. There is no court in this country that works as the Court of Appeal works. Now, that certainly gives you an edge. And that is why when we are promoting people to the Supreme Court, we look at the Court of Appeal first. If we are satisfied, well and good. We don't have to go anywhere, because each and every one of us has passed through that line. Let us give the Court of Appeal the maximum cooperation it requires, and let's try to see that the justices are given all the due respect, regard, and if there is any option for going out for conferences, for meetings, for whatever it is, please afford them to do so, because they have deserved it. They have merited it. I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And I say to the Court of Appeal, aluta continua.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, you will agree that was sagacious, fatherly, and indeed very. Can we give my lord Nigeria a round of applause? We shall now move on to the next item on the agenda. My lord, having declared the conference open, we will then proceed now for the Unveil Rules 2021.
My lords, distinguished invited guests, to do unveiling the Court of Appeal Rules 2021, may I respectfully invite to the book stand my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, Dr. I.T. Tanko Muhammad, CON CFR, my Lord, Honorable Justice Mary U. Peter Odili, CFR, my Lord, the Honorable the President of the Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Monica Bolnan Dogba-Messin, my Lord, the Honorable President, National Industrial Court, Honorable Justice B.B. Kanib, the Secretary General, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Gida Mustafa, Esquire, Alhaji Mohammed Musa Bello, Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, the Chairman, Body of Senior Advocates of Nigeria, Abuja Chapter, or his representative, Chief Solomon Adeboyega A. Awomolo, the members of the Rules Committee, the Court of Appeal Rules Committee. Please come over to the book stand for the unveiling of the Court of Appeal Rules 2021. Respectfully. May we respectfully invite Mr. Y.C. Mekeo, SAN, for the presentation of the rules.
And I'm sure if I assignment that I have to perform in my entire life as a legal practitioner. There has never been a time when I am made to carry out any assignment in the presence of my Lord, the Honorable, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, of the Federation, the Honorable Minister, the President of the National Industrial Court, my Lords, the Justices of the Court of Appeal, who are also members of the Rules Committee of the Court of Appeal. And we also have one of us who is a holder of the national honors, our commander. My Lords, something I didn't expect, but it is also part of personalities that are here this evening to rest on the existing protocols that has already been established. As lawyers, and it is justice in anywhere, in any part of the world, anywhere you go to, it is justice that is responsible for the stability of any nation. What has been put together here as the rules of the Court of Appeal is an instrument that would help in the efficient dispensation of justice by this honorable court. No less that we've got an additional instrument that will help us do that even better. We resist any attempt. My Lords, this is a product of several sleepless nights by the members of this committee. My Lord, the Honorable, the President of the Court of Appeal has already spoken about how the chairman of this committee worked tirelessly the entire week to also come and be part of the work of this committee. Similarly, all the justices of the Court of Appeal that are members of this committee rose. A lot of innovations have gone into these rules to meet with the demands of our changing times. And I believe that the use of this rule is going to make the dispensation of justice by this court more efficient. And therefore, I will be commending this document to everyone, both lawyers and judges, both the justices of the Court of Appeal. It is the instrument, it's the protocol by which you conduct your proceedings. But I also would commend this to the judges And just, I say also that this is one piece of document that even the Supreme Court would be interested in looking at because of the innovations that were captured in these particular rules. I remember, my Lord, the story in the book of Samuel where Eli was with the small boy Samuel. And because he didn't quite understand the protocols of the temple, he had God calling him, but he didn't know that it was God calling him. So these rules will provide an opportunity for us to understand the protocols of the court, so that when we come before your lordships in that temple of justice, we would hear your lordships when you speak. And when we also speak, we would all together bring our efforts to deliver justice to those who would appear before your lordships. And so, my Lord, I have the singular honor and privilege to present the Court of Appeal Rules 2021 to your lordships and everyone that is here by this honorable court. And so, my lords, if I may, may I therefore invite my big brother, the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, to unveil these rules, which are termed the tools and protocols for efficient dispensation of justice. Thank you, sir.
The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justices of the Supreme Court, the President of the Court of Appeal, presiding justices and justices of the Court of Appeal, other heads of courts of record, my brother and friend, the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Permit me to stand on existing and already established protocol. But in helping to unveil these rules of the Court of Appeal, let me take the opportunity to commend the President of the Court of Appeal with the team that put the rules together. And to say, my Lord, without these rules in place, the Court of Appeal will be dysfunctional.